Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Between Two Simulators. As you can see, we've got our simulators here, and it's 25 years of IMSH. We're so lucky to have with us today Pier Luigi Ingrassia, who is the president of SESAM. That's the European Simulation Association, for those of you who don't know. Pier Luigi, thanks for coming on board. Thanks for helping us out with this and having an interview with us.
Thank you very much.
Great to be here.
I'm very happy and proud to be between these two simulators, and I'm in front of you.
Yeah, how does it feel?
Oh well, I feel a little bit scared in a way because they are looking at me, but
I feel warm. I feel
also
warm.
warm. Yeah, they're very good people. Yeah.
So you've got a career in emergency medicine.
Yeah.
You also had a career before that as a relief coordinator. I just wondered if you could give us sort of, a little bit of a step-by-step walkthrough of your career and how you ended up really focusing on medical simulation.
So if I have to look back, actually, I would say that probably during my medical career, I remember I read the paper about the international relief, emergency physician and working at WHO. And then I decided probably that's what I want to do as a living. And so I diverted my medical career in this direction. So then I got a specialization in anesthesiology and intensive care, because at that time in Italy, emergency medicine was not a specialization yet. There were no residency program. And but having clear in my mind that I want to do disaster medicine, disaster preparedness. So I went to a place where this was in line with the aim of the school. And, I started being trained in disaster, and there were no other way to replicate, the disaster or as a simulation.
Yeah.
So mainly my approach to simulation started with this mega event. So 400 casualties at the time. So how to pretend to have those so many wounded and casualty in a much short period of time, and so it was very challenging. And since then, simulation became, very interesting. I got a PhD in disaster education, and also my experience working abroad taught me that there is no other way to get experienced unless we practice it in a safe world, in a safe environment, which simulation actually represents. So at my university at that time was 2014, and my professor came to me and said, look, we have some empty spaces by chance, and nobody wants them. Why don't we establish a simulation center? And I said, why not? But it was very clear at the time. I said, it might be 360-degree simulation center, not just focus on emergency medicine. Okay, it was at the university.
Yep.
And we together launched the SimNova in the University of Piemonte Orientale. And was challenging because we really started from the scratch, So we I wouldn't say we painted the wall, but mainly was the case. And then everything started, and simulation became, my field of interest. I led the SimNova since the beginning until 2020, and then I moved to Lugano in the southern part of Switzerland, where I'm now leading and coordinating a simulation center. It's a referral simulation center for the entire canton.
Yeah. Okay, how difficult was it for you to convince the people around you that the simulation was the way? Because we know it's around about 2014, that was when it was really starting to take hold, 2010 to 2014 across Europe. Did you come up against some barriers within?
Well, it was not an easy job at all. A lot of resistance I worked at that time was a university-based simulation center. So the majority of my colleagues were university professors,
Yep.
and so my principal and main task was at the time to convince them that simulation would be the alternative or the best option to train students and residents. And there is always a reluctancy in changing from what I'm used to a new thing, a new method. But piece by piece, we started looking for the most sensitive guy. That I concentrate all my force in convincing that champion.
Yeah.
And then with that experience, it was like spread out, and a university more and more professor embraced the methodology, but still was complicated because from the point of view of the workload and how the university is at administration level is managed, it's difficult to ask a human being a resources to teach 1 hour 100 people at a time and then switch in 10 hours because they are going to teach in group of 10. And this also from the administrative point of view, it's a big thing. So this was one of the big barrier that we face, and this was not only me. It was, based on the experience that I collect at European level, it's a very, common problem.
Yeah, it is. So I think that's always been the point when people get medical simulation equipment, they buy all the equipment and everything like that. How do you get the people there? How do you organise the people? How do you make sure they attend? Putting it into programs properly and adopting it into the curriculum.
Correct.
Yeah.
So simulation is, of course, a matter of devices.
Yeah.
But we need the horsepower. We need those people who are able to manage those devices, and these professional might be skilled, and otherwise, simulation won't succeed or won't achieve the results that we are all expecting of.
Absolutely. Agreed. Now, you're the president of SESAM, okay? Congratulations on that. SESAM's a bit different from, IMSH or SSH, really, in a way, because you're dealing with a region of 40 countries with multiple languages, lots of different healthcare systems. How do you find a consensus to go forward with SESAM?
Yeah. So, this is a hot question. So it's a matter of fact that Europe is very diverse. You say many countries, many health systems, but at the same time, this is what makes SESAM unique, because we are very acquainted with diversity.
Yeah.
And so we were able to transform these weaknesses in a strength. And so the way we did it probably was the inclusive and collaborative approach that we have always invested in the society. So it's in our DNA to share, to have an open dialogue, and be as much inclusive as possible. I think what Europe offer, because we are, you say 40 countries, but in terms of geography, Europe is not as big as US or Canada.
Yeah.
So it's probably easy for us to connect, environments with very different characteristics.
Yeah.
Like higher resource country or healthcare system with the low resources, and it's easy to share. So it's easy so I think we played as a platform to make all these differences together and to take advantage each other.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly, the board and the people that are involved in SESAM are from broadly right across Europe, which is fantastic. It's not one country that's dominant, really.
Exactly, and if I may also say, now it's beyond Europe. So we are now an European society, of course, with the EU in our DNA. We are based in EU, but we are beyond.
Yeah.
Just to we have affiliates from almost all over the world, so affiliate societies. Our members come from, not only from Europe, but also from outside Europe, and even one of our now key member of the board is from Australia.
Wow. Yeah. Really?
So so it's our Christy Freeman.
Yeah.
So that, and again, a sign that how inclusive CSAM, I guess, is.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's great to see that multilingual, multi-society, all coming together, working together. Your strapline for SESAM is developing, adopting, and embedding innovative simulation. What's the most difficult part of that sentence? What's the thing that you have to work hardest on?
Well, easy to say that whole play a role. Yeah. Probably innovation, the term innovation always, to me, switch on an alarm, because sometimes innovation is a very relative word. So what is innovative for you, it's probably not innovative for me. I'm aware about this, devices or whatever. So we are still in a continent or in a context, I think it's a general problem, where even the, simple task trainer sometimes is considered innovative.
Yeah.
Because we are not used to that type of methodology.
Yeah.
So I think this innovation, and also because we are now overwhelmed by new stuff, technology, very high technology, AI, and this is sometimes scared, those who are approaching simulation.
Yeah.
Like if I have to do simulation, I need to, buy this very expensive, super high-tech device, which again is not the case. If you want to embrace simulation, you can do with the simple stuff, with the same effectiveness and the same or very similar result.
So as long as principles are kept similar, then the results.
Principle and the methodology, I think those play a big role, and this needs that the expert, the professionals who are managing simulation, and simulators, might be skilled. So it's a matter of professionalization.
Yeah.
Skill in education, in simulation-based education.
Yeah. So how do you think SESAM is promoting innovation? How do you think they're, what are you going to do in the coming year to make sure that not only innovative products but also innovative ways of delivering education are shown?
Of course, the annual meeting is one of the best platforms where everybody can share their own experience. We have a very, again, inclusive approach. So the program is not composed by, so it's not selected in advance by a committee or a scientific committee, but we rely on the proposal that we collect from the community, and we, of course, go pick, the best option for the attendees. One interesting thing is that next edition, so 2025, we are launching for the first time this SESAM Innovation Nest, which want to be actually sort of incubator where new innovators, either in terms of technology wise or education wise, can present their new ideas and be mentored, by experts from the market,
Yep.
from companies as well, which will have a different approach and be, in a way, as I said, mentored in how to make the idea a product in a very general sense. I think this is also one of our, and also I would say that we are also launching in Valencia our research summit, and in terms of the theme that we selected for the research summit is very innovative, AI.
Yeah.
So of course we relate even the research to the innovation.
Yeah. Okay. So it sounds like Valencia is going to be a great exhibition, a great conference. I'll be there. Why shouldn't everybody else be there to finish up? This is your chance to tell everybody why to go to Valencia in June in 2025.
Yeah. I think probably if I would say don't miss Valencia, because this is going to be a great opportunity to meet experts and non-experts, but very motivated people who share the same value, who share the same willingness to, push the patient safety culture. Patient safety through simulation culture. So simulation was the piece of patient safety, which is our main goal, of course. So would be the perfect platform to share their experience and to get from others, and something that I guess also is it's a characteristic of our annual meeting is the sense of family that we want to imprint. So a lot of opportunity for meeting people, networking, especially for first-time attendees. We normally have a big event for them, and everybody is on the same stage. So there's no difference between experts and non-experts. We are all a big community. So that's right. And Valencia is a beautiful place beautiful city. The wine is superb. The food also. I mean, Spain is my second country. I've spent years in Spain, so
we're looking forward to it. Yeah, so we're looking forward to seeing it. I'll be there. I'll see you there. Hopefully, we'll be there to network as well and see what's coming new out of SESAM. It's been a great interview. I really appreciate you coming to talk with us. So thank you, Pier, Luigi. And see you in Valencia.
Thank you very much, Jake, for the opportunity. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thanks. Cheers.